everyone. I've been making these flavour cubes for quite a while now, and I thought I'd just show you what I'm doing because I'm making a new batch today, and it helps use up herbs that are just about to go over, and it's also very handy for making quick meals. So these are some I froze earlier, and you can keep them, you can store them in a tub. You can put them in a freezer bag and just keep them in the freezer for whenever you need them. Today I've been making a pork ragu with some sausage meat, and I'm just going to throw a couple into my ragu before I put my tomato sauce in. So they're very handy. I haven't had to chop up any garlic and all my herbs. It's all just ready and quick for me when I want to make a quick, nice meal. So that's how I use them. You can also use them in lots of other dishes as well, but I just thought I'd show you what I'm doing today. So I'm just going to store these out of my ice cube tray so I can use my ice cube tray for something else. And I'll store the rest in this bag. I've added a tin of chopped tomatoes, and you can still see how fresh the herbs look. They smell really nice and fresh. It's better than a dried herb. The herbs are also very nice and soft, so again, different to a dried herb. And you can see out of 2 cubes of those from the ice tray, how many herbs that gives you. There we go. For these flavour cubes, you will need a ice tray. I've got a few different sizes. So I've got some really large ones for when I make soups and some smaller ones for perhaps when I'm making bologneses and stews. You'll need some olive oil, or you can use just water if you don't want to use oil. You can use lard and butter. You can use a variation of any of those. You'll need the selection of herbs that you're going to be using for your flavour cubes. And if, again, you don't want to use an oil in it as a base, you can use a stock, any type of stock that you like. You'll obviously need a knife to chop things up and a salad spinner to make sure your herbs are all nice and clean. You can make these flavour cubes with any herbs you have in the garden. At the moment, I've got a lot of parsley, marjoram and chives. I'm also using the chive flowers. I'm going to also add some garlic and a few chilies that I had left over in the fridge. So first of all, just collect all your herbs and whatever you're putting into it. I'm also putting the flowers of these chives in, but not the stalks because they're just too woody. But all the other chive leaves, I'm putting those in as well. So I'll pop all these into my salad basket so I can give it a good rinse and make sure it's all nice and clean before I start chopping it all up. When putting in your chive flowers, you see this little section here from where the flower opened. You want to just hold those back because you don't want those in, and then just cut the bits off at the ends. So you're left with your stalk like that afterwards. You don't want to use the stalk or the little flower opening bit. If the flower hasn't opened, the stalk's generally not too woody, so you can cut the top off like that and just put it in, and then just throw the bottom stalk bit away because that's a bit woodier. I just love chives for flavouring in all sorts of things. You can also defrost these cubes and use it as a salad dressing. Okay, so I've cleaned and spun the salad. I've just put some gloves on because I don't want chilli and garlic over my fingers. So I'm just going to chop these and this up. I'm going to take out the seeds and that because I don't want those in there. There you go, so I'll chop those up smaller as well. Okay, that's those just chopped up nice and roughly. Now I'm going to chop the whole of this garlic. And I'm just doing nice little slices of the garlic. Okay, so that's all the garlic chopped up. Now I'm going to chop up all of the herbs. I'm going to do a bit at a time and then pop them into my jug. So I'm just going to pop all these in. There we go. And now I'm going to chop up all of the herbs and pop those in. I'm just going to do a bit at a time. Again, just roughly chop. Smells amazing already. Right, now all this is roughly chopped. I'm going to pop it into my electric chopper. I'm just going to do a bit at a time. And I'm going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil on the top. And then also a bit of water. Now you can use stock if you like stock, or butter, lard. Okay, now I'm going to go and blend this together. And that's what that's looking like. There's a bit of liquid in the bottom there. And I'm going to add the rest. Going to also, into the bottom of there is my garlic and my chilli. Push all that down. To get all that garlic and chilli in there. Okay, and I'm just going to go and raz that. Okay, that's how it's looking. So I'm just going to add a little bit more oil. And a little bit more water. There we go, and I'm going to go and raz that round again. Okie dokie, so that's how that's looking in there now. So that's really, really nice, if you can see. I'm just going to take this out, get everything off there. Smells amazing. I wish you could smell this. It's just fantastic. Okay, there we are. Now, if you'd like to add salt and pepper, you can add that now. Depends, you can just wait and add it in your dish later. I'm going to do it now because I think it helps all the flavours come out and blend together. And some pepper. Okay, so I'm just going to give that another little mix around. Just going to give that a little taste. That is lovely. Very nice. That'll go so well in soups and stocks and everything, and bologneses. Righty ho. So now you need your sugar cube trays, and we're going to pop that into there and freeze them. Okay. So then you can just use as many cubes as you want at a time. I'm also going to fill up the big one. So this will be for my soups, really. You can do this with any herbs you have available. And you can do it as spicy as you like. You can put anything you like in there. Get all that goodness juice out the bottom. So, and if you really love garlic, you can put 2 bulbs in there or more chilies. Maybe a bit of rosemary and all other sort of herbs. There we go. So there's my Flavour Herb Cubes to be able to easily chuck into my soups, stews, bologneses, anything like that really. Make sauces, salad dressings with this. Okay, so I'm just going to show you what I'm cooking. I'm doing this spicy pork ragu. There are the little ones that 2 squares that I've thrown in, and it just shows you how the herbs have retained their lovely green look to them. They smell great and they smell fresh, so it makes quite a big difference making these cubes. Also, I haven't had to cut anything up, and I can just grab all these straight out of the freezer, so I can sort of prepare it all on a Sunday, and then through the week it's just really easy for me to just chuck it into food without having to prepare the herbs or spices or anything else like that and chop the garlic. So it's just really easy. I'll show you on the spoon. You can see how fresh and nice that looks, and it smells divine. So really easy, quick way with these herby flavour cubes. I love them. They save so much time. It's just brilliant. Okay, I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer so you can see the texture. So there you go. You can see obviously some of the garlic pieces. And also I have lids for the top of mine to go into the freezer. So I'm just going to freeze this, and then they're ready to use whenever I need them. There we go. I hope you've enjoyed my tutorial. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more DIYs. Thanks for watching.